Hello, Gemini the Twins. Here's your weekly horoscope for February 21 to February 27th. Well, if you heard your weekly forecast last week, your sign probably had the best go of it last week. It was a horrible week, really. We had Saturn coming to an exact square to Uranus, and that seemed to indicate a lot of crises all over the place, especially here in North America, where the weather was very much the top news story. This week, things are perhaps not quite as good, but it's not so bad either. Let's dig into this a bit. We have Venus in Aquarius, which is very good for your sign. It's another air sign. Venus is the planet of love. So last week and even the early part of this week, there might have been some catching up with old friends and at least being able to share a lot more in the way of interaction with people, which a lot of us haven't been able to do as much during this pandemic. So that's a good thing. However, Venus was squaring Mars and is squaring Mars until Wednesday of this week. So although you may not have been in crisis, it could be that someone in relationship with you was. It could be with a spouse or some other family member that you needed to be there to help them out in some way, perhaps. That does carry through until Wednesday of this week as well. So your wonderful problem-solving abilities might be asked to assist this week with somebody. You can be a bit of a jack of all trades, so it always amazes me that Gemini always has a bit of knowledge about almost everything, and they can be quite resourceful when needed during times of crises. So again, that's a credit to you and your many skills. But with the Mars squaring Venus, there's not a lot of ability to maybe finish things with that aspect. And as well, you can get yourself into some anxiety and some disagreement sometimes because you're a little bit too flippant or a little too verbose. With Mercury retrograde in particular, not everyone is inclined to zip their lip when they should. So there was a potential for some disagreement last week, even though there was a lot of good aspects. This week, perhaps even more so, even though Mercury is no longer retrograde. We're all very happy to have seen that end on Saturday. But Mercury is still moving a bit slowly as it continues to move forward now in the sign of Aquarius. Again, good for your sign though. You may find there's more opportunity this week to actually discuss or negotiate things with people and come to some resolution. The concern I have are the planets moving into Pisces, maybe creating a bit of anxiety and worry for you. We had the Sun move into Pisces. We already have Neptune there. It had been squaring the Moon's North Node in your sign for a good month or two, and that may have been indicating some deeper issues with some Geminis. But now that the Sun is moving to Pisces and Venus will be joining it by the middle to the end of the week, for Gemini, it does put you into conflict with people at work sometimes because the Pisces in your solar 10th house. But as well, even dealing with government agencies or large corporations, not often the best. So even though all planets are now moving direct and the negative retrograde energy is somewhat dissipating, there's still some crises to be dealt with and some energies to be explored. What I often might see with these kinds of Pisces planets affecting Gemini, especially in the area of work, is you may be dissatisfied with your work or they may be dissatisfied with you. So again, there could be a conflict at work or there could be something that pushes you to decide, you know what, I need a new job. Hopefully it's not because you lost a job, but there is, well, let's put it this way. Sometimes I find when the universe causes a situation like the loss of a job, it's because you're meant to move to something more positive. So if there is any type of negativity around your work and your career this week, try not to get so anxious and worried about it like you normally do, and just try to realize, you know what, this is a sign I need to do something different or better. And maybe it is just improving some of your own skills, however you may decide to do that. With Mars trining Pluto all week, that's a great aspect. It's in Earth signs, which don't really affect Gemini that much, but the Mars in Taurus is in the 12th house in your solar zodiac, and with the trine to Capricorn, that's a really powerful aspect that's at work, and you may not even know it. It could be that you have friends that you didn't know about that are helping you behind the scenes, or it could be you're being your own best friend because you're now drawing upon one of your hidden strengths. That's a good thing. Gemini sometimes is just the mind's always going, and there's too many things going on sometimes with Gemini. The Mars Pluto trine and Earth sign is an opportunity for you to say, let's chill for a moment, let's stop, and let's think about where I am and where I need to go. So do that this week if you can, Gemini. Stop, slow down, back up a little bit still if you need, and take a look at the big picture, not the little snippets that you tend to just focus on. Look at the big picture. And I think that you'll find that you might be in a better position than you first thought. And as well, you may realize that one of your hidden skills or strengths may be able to be brought out to the forefront and actually become something that can be very helpful to you in your career or in some other part of your life. As well, I like the Mars-Pluto trine in Earth signs. If any Geminis had any health issues, this aspect might be helpful to you to improve your health or to recover from any illness. And that includes mental and emotional health too, not just physical health. All in all, there is a chance that you could be feeling a lot better this week. I think everybody is after last week. It was pretty rough with a lot of people. Additionally, we have Chiron in Aries in an area of the horoscope for you that helps you tap into some of your dreams and ideas that you have to create a positive future. Well, Chiron can help you in that goal. It is the maverick of the zodiac, as we call it, so it could be that you have to go off in some weird new direction. Weird it may seem, but it might be what you need to do to bring resolution to any areas of your life that need it. So all in all, it's not that bad of a week ahead. As well, we still have Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius, which should be positively aspecting you, in spite of the fact that Saturn is squaring Uranus. Sometimes Gemini is one of those signs that needs to be pushed into the right direction or focused, because you tend to try to go in all four directions at once, and you can't do that successfully for too long. So this Mars-Pluto trine, Chiron, and a few other things, even the Pisces planets, even though there could be a little bit of stuff that you want to complain about or worry about or be anxious about, if you sit down and you stop, slow down, and take a good look around, you may realize, oh, wait a minute, if I do this and a little bit of that, and if I utilize that, I can actually do something really great here. So hopefully you find whatever that is, Gemini, and you begin to move in a much more positive direction that suits you. Good luck.